Let me save you the time of making a very expensive mistake. AI is very powerful and it's a great tool. I use it all the time. However, there are three categories where AI, if you use it to evaluate your items, can get you in big trouble. The first category we're going to talk to you about today is jewelry. So when you're looking at jewelry, you could send a picture of it to AI, whether it's ChatGPT or whichever one you like. Now, the problem with it is you never know if it's real. Is it fake? Are the diamonds real? Are they fake? What carat is it? What's the proper weight? AI cannot tell you these items. They can give you a guesstimate, but sometimes people are using that guesstimate to really figure out what they have, and it could get them in trouble. For example, over here, this is an 18 karat bracelet, and this piece, I put it in AI, and ChatGPT said it's a beautiful 18 karat piece worth thousands. However, I even showed it the mark, and the mark said 18 karat. Great, high carat, could be worth thousands. The problem is the mark is absolutely fake, and ChatGPT can't tell you that. So what happens is it needs to be tested by a professional. So you need to do an acid test, which that's what this is here. It's 18 karat acid. This is 14 karat acid. And then once you do the acid test, it'll give you a little bit better idea if it's 10, 14, or 18 karat, or not real at all, like this piece was here. Then, or in addition to, you need to have a scale. It needs to be weighed correctly. And then after that, you could find out a little bit more about what the piece is worth, because you need to find out what the price of gold is for that day. So these are just a few reasons. Another really big one is, especially now, because a lot of people like the Cartier Love bracelets, or they like the Van Cleef Alhambra patterns when it comes to necklaces and bracelets, and they make good real copies. What I mean by real copies is they'll have an 18 karat gold piece that looks like Cartier, but it's a copy of that. So people are selling that. ChatGPT cannot tell the difference just by looking at the piece. You need a specialist to really check to see if it's really Alhambra by Van Cleef or Cartier. So if you don't have all the paperwork that goes along with it, it's very hard to prove that. And there's no way ChatGPT can do that. Please subscribe so you don't miss any future videos.